Well, Mr. Mike Ejiofor is still with us here in Abuja studios. Now that, the Senate has rejected his nomination for confirmation, how do you think matters are going to proceed?
Well, the president who nominated him has ordered further investigation. So if the investigation actually confirms the report of the SSS, he will be dropped. But if anything contrary to is found out, I believe that Mr. President will also resend the nomination back to the Senate.
Well, do you think at this point to infighting among security agencies? Let's not forget that there is some background to this in terms of what happened with the DSS raid on judges' homes. A lot of people felt that that should have been the responsibility of the EFCC, not the DSS.
Well, you see, that we're always getting issues mixed up on this particular aspect of the functions and responsibilities of the State Security Service. There's a proviso under that act that established the DSS. Any other matter assigned by the President, Commander-in-Chief. So we should not be oblivious of that fact, that the President is at liberty to assign any other duty to the State Security Service for investigation if he deems it necessary. So you see that omnibus clause gives the SSS some extra powers.
That was not the clause that the DSS relied on. That was not the clause.
Which one did they rely on?
They said that corruption could constitute a security threat.
No.
That was the clause they relied on.
No. But in your own judgment, does corruption constitute a security threat?
I asked the questions on this program, Mr. Ejiofor, in the sense that we're looking at this in relation to whether or not there is any background squabble that the presidency should be aware of.
Well, I'm not aware of that. But for people who argue that corruption is not a threat to national security, I don't think it's fair. You recall that the same Nigerians were talking of the arms deal, how money meant for arms were misused, leading to loss of lives and the war not being fought to its logical conclusion. So what is a greater threat, if that allegation is true, to national security? So I believe corruption is even the greatest threat to our national security. Because if money meant for projects are used to provide infrastructure, people will get employment, and the tension in the society or in the country will reduce. So I don't see, on my own judgment, what's a greater threat to national security than corruption. Do
you see this pointing to squabbles between the DSS and the EFCC?
I don't see it that way, because an assignment has been given by the Senate to carry out, let us have a background investigation to a prospective political appointee, which was what was done. If there was nothing, whether there was squabble or not, if there was nothing adverse on him, they will send back the report that there was nothing adverse on him.
Well, Mr. Ejiofor, we have to thank you for coming on Sunrise Daily. Mr. Mike Ejiofor is former director with the DSS. Sunrise Daily will continue in just a moment to join us again.